Backyard to yard.
It's the home of the section, live from the Wells Fargo Center. Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off the loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will, some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
On the court for the Pistons, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Williams is out there with Monroe. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Gordon's check in for Detroit. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the Pistons. Their season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference. And, of course, Philadelphia.
But, you know, I think for Detroit, their season hasn't been great, and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. A few times staying that winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent.
Then you look at the Pistons, some great size and athleticism inside, but you know, they've lacked the high percentage outside shooting to space the floor offensively.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And, you know, for the Pistons last season, you look at the size and shot blocking ability, and you thought that team would be tougher defensively. But that wasn't really the case. I think it has to be attributed to mindset. Those young, big, athletic guys have to become much tougher mentally at the defensive end to be really successful.
And you could tell he was nervous in his first game. Didn't exactly wow anybody watching. And, of course, his team lost as well.
Well, he's got a lot to work on if he's going to stick in the league. And the fact the team struggled certainly will make it a little harder for him.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
The Pistons have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Jackson kicks to Prince. The 17-footer. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Prince has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I briefly spoke with Brett Brown. They've had a difficult time in this matchup, losing both games in the season series. And I asked him what he thought might turn things around. He said, we've got to up our intensity defensively and speed up our rotations. With our shot blocking, we can make things tough around the rim, but we also need to close out quickly on the perimeter. You guys will see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Yeah, and early is the key word there, Kevin. If they can string together some stops right away, I think it'll really set the tone.
Which is just what they're going to be after, guys. They'd love to turn this into a defensive battle.
Nice job coming off that screen.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Lucas off a pick from Gordon. Lucas kicks to Jackson. Lucas against Smith. Shot clock at 6. Jackson misses.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson and blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. 29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope kicks to Lucas. Gordon with a screen on Smith. Lucas the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Lucas. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot is good. Jackson's got 5 now. 15 seconds left to play in the first. Covington in the corner. Jacks up a three. Another shot. Jump shot is good that time. Covington's got his first points of the game.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
Here's Lucas. Cannot hit. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Pistons lead by 2. And we'll get things started next Monday. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move, group now. A different look here for Detroit. Detroit leading by 3.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
On the floor for Detroit, Gordon, he's in at center. Tayshaun Prince out there at Greg Monroe. Then there's Jennings, and it's Jackson in at the 2 spot. Covington's shot is off. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And for the Sixers, their new stat-driven decision-making permeates the organization from ownership, Steve, to the front office, all the way down to the coaching staff.
Well, it's where the league seems to be going, Kevin. The teams are trying to think further ahead and see opportunities for strategic advantages. But look, it's still a balance. You've got to have chemistry and coaching, and those numbers will come in play. But they can't be the be-all, end-all.
Here's Kanan. He's guarded by Jennings. And Embiid throws it down.
Looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, they look totally disjointed. And sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional.